你看这个。
开黄了，它是啥？
I'm really excited that you guys want to see my things, but one of the things that I'm really proud of right now is I obviously, since Norman passed away, I wanted to find something that would make my soul happy. And I work alongside doing anything with nature. I work with wood, clay, stones, copper, just anything that is made from nature. So I got a job at Advanced Memory Care, and I work with people that are terminally ill and that are old and that won't be here much longer. So the one thing that I wanted to do, I thought would be really cool, is who were these people? You know, what were their lives like? Who is their family? So I thought, what can I do to bless them in their last days? The one thing I thought about would be, what can I do for the family to mend their hearts? Their hearts are obviously broken. They've lost their significant other. They've lost their father, their family member. And so the one thing that I really enjoy doing is I have a group of men that are at this facility. And I am the activities coordinator. So I try to find things that will make them feel alive and feel like they have something to live for. So I work with them doing clay. Some of my guys helped me work on these things. Now, I know it's just a magic wand. I call them magic wands. But
What this for?
it's actually just to lay somewhere in your house, and it has energy. Anytime you have anything to do with nature, there's energy that flows through it. These men actually helped me glue the stones on, wrap the wire, put the fur on, tie this, and that gave them a whole day of something to do. And when they were done, look how beautiful they turned out. Here's another one. This is absolutely, I believe, stunning. It's got all kinds of beautiful jade and crystals, copper for energy, feathers. And when they're done with it, they just look and they think, I made that. This gives them something to look forward to and something to be proud of. This is actually one of the guys that lived there. I have a picture of him, but I cannot show you, but it
So
resembles...
the butt.
No. Nope. Erase that. If I'm going to talk about these, it has to be classy.
Oh, I know. We don't.
So
cut
you
that.
don't say show the butt, because that's like
I will cut
unclassy.
that off.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it
Are you
again.
going to put the clothes or
Yeah.
hair also?
Okay, wait. All right. So here's one of the things that I make, and this guy is actually living in the facility that I work in.
Mm-hmm.
This is Larry, and he's about 87 years old, and he has Alzheimer's. So I thought, how cool would this be to make a replica of him? And it really looks a lot like him. I wish I could show you the picture, but because of, state laws, you cannot do that. So I can't show you, but it's really cool, and it does look a lot like him. These are his little feet. And here's his little hands. And they're just real cool. And by the time I'm done, this will be a working puppet. My goal is to take these things and put them up on a shelf and actually display them with their names on them. And the reason I'm doing that is to honor them. Like I tell my men every morning, when I get to work, I have a time where we all gather together and we do yoga. And I tell them how amazing they are, how much they have to live for. And each individual person means something and is so special. And they need to believe in that. Here's another little guy that I'm working on right now. I don't know if you can see him.
Yes, cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cute. And he'll have a body at some point in time.
Yeah.
The reason I do these things is because I believe that each one of these guys, like I said, deserve to be remembered. You know, like I tell my guys, you guys have each had lives. You've had families. You've worked your whole life, and you need to be proud of that.
Yeah.
They haven't been forgotten. They're amazing people, and everybody deserves to feel amazing. Soulscapes is what I named my little business. And the reason I named it that is because I feel like I'm working with the soul, and I feel like I'm working with families to give them a piece of their loved one that will be left behind one day, but yet they have a little piece to remember them by.
Okay.
So one of the things that we do also is we do handprints with clay. I love working with clay. And it's something for them to hold on to and to remember. I also work a lot with plants. As you can see in my house, I've all...
You did this one too?
No, I did not do that one.
Okay.
But all the rest of them I have done.
Where does the idea come from?
So, as you guys, if you know my story a little bit, my significant other passed away a year ago. And I never thought it was going to affect me the way it did, but it did. It absolutely took everything I had from me and broke me into a million pieces. You know, I was doing landscaping, and that's all I had. And I didn't have any money. I mean, Norman always took care of me, and I just fluttered around like a butterfly and created little companies and just did everything I could, except for I didn't have a real job. Like people say, working for someone else is a real job. I worked for myself, and I made money doing it, and that's how I became so creative, I believe. But when he died, I needed in my heart, I felt scared and like, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? And I honestly didn't know. I really didn't know how I was going to survive. So I cried, and I laid on my couch for months and shattered. And one day, you know, I had a roommate, and she was moving out, and I'm like, oh my God, now what am I going to do? So I cried, and I cried. And I remember I was driving down the road, and I seen a sign that said job fair. And so I thought, I guess I'll go. I mean, I have never worked for anyone for many years. So I got out of my car, and I looked up to heaven, and I literally remember doing this so well. I looked up into the sky, and I said, Norman, you know my heart. God, you know my heart. Please help me find something that will make me happy and that will serve for other people. And so I went into the building, and I came across this woman, and she goes, hi, can I help you? And as soon as she said, hi, can I help you? I almost fell to my knees crying. I couldn't stop crying. And she goes, oh my God, are you okay? And I go, no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all. I go, I'm looking for a job. I need a job. I have a lot of experience doing so many things. But I couldn't stop crying. So she said, how about if I bring people out to meet you? And I go, that would be nice. So anyway, she ended up bringing a bunch of people out. And I remember talking to them. And literally that very next day, this woman that I talked to liked me, evidently, because she called me and told me, could I come in for an interview? And I was hired that very day. So I work at a memory care with 20 different men, and I take care of them and find them activities to do, which is right up my alley. And that's exactly where God needed me, because these men needed me, and these men, I needed them. And I tell you, they saved my life, and I'm saving theirs every day. I feel like I give them self-worth, and I give them something to live for, and they give me stability and love right back. I cannot be happier on where I'm living and where I'm at in my life. I'm so happy. So one of the things that I'm doing to just show my appreciation is I'm taking and replicating each one of the men that are there. This particular guy is named Larry. He's made of polymer clay. I'll bake him. And when I'm done, he will be displayed Here's his little feet, and his little hands. He'll be displayed either at the memory care, but there'll be a wire coming up and his little name will be across it. And this is another little man I'm working on. And they actually look exactly like the men. It's pretty amazing. I have pictures, but I wish I could show you the picture, but I can't. It's illegal to do that out of Privacy Act. So, but this is Larry, and I'm very proud of him. You know, I tend to work with nature. I think if anyone knows who I am, nature's what it's all about. I feel that nature gives us so much, and we can take what we want, and as long as we're doing it in a respectful way, it'll transform your heart and make you feel the way God's intended you to be all along. So
Look at Mom.
So what do you say for all the people who are sick?
Be brave and strong.
Be brave and strong,
Be brave and strong.
because that's what Anya has shown. And have faith.
Have faith.
Have faith in your God. Right?
And Jesus, and know,
The Lord
and always.
and the Holy Spirit and Jesus and God, right? Yeah, you are. It does rhyme, doesn't it? Yes. You are an amazing soul.
You are the best angel in the whole world universe.
No doubt about that.
You have proved the doctors wrong how many times?
Twice.
Twice. Twice the doctors thought you would die. And we argued with those doctors to say, do not take her off.
How much time? And by the survive
You
until God's name. Thank God, Father.
you survived and you thank God for that, don't you? Yep, that's what you just said. Because God and Jesus, the Lord and the Holy Spirit, you are a strong believer. And you just trust that God is going to take care of you, don't you?
I'm together.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. You are a strong believer in your
I'm
faith.
in mind. Everybody. Do not thank God's name. I'm fine.
You do remind everybody not to take the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, you all
God's
that.
name.
Yeah.
Yes. Do not take God's name in vain.
Anya, do you remember when you're 8 years old? Now you're 16. Do you remember the first time we are in children's hospital? You're very, very sick. You have 4 days no eat, no drink, no do anything. And do you remember you have a dream with the angel in your room? With a wing, right? With big wing. Oh yeah, you draw that. That is. That is she draw that.
Back to the magic.
3 years after she dreamed this.
Disney XD.
So when Anya 8 years old, she's a very, very, very sick. First time very, very sick in Children's Hospital, 7th floor. So in that time she's very little. I can pick up her at night. Usually I don't sleep at night. So Anya, one night she just talking. She start talking at night. Talking in the dream. Wow, you are so beautiful. And she talk about that, and then when she wake up in the morning, I ask Anya, do you have a dream? She tell me, Mommy, I have a dream. I saw a big angel in my room with gold and white wing. And so I usually write down those stuff. That is when she 8 years old. That's the one time. She also said she have a little girl, right, Anya? Little girl walk to your bed, and she said, I know how you feel. I go through this, right, Anya?
That's mom.
So she tell me that I write down. That's when she 8 years old. And then 3 years later, that would be her 11 years old, before her brain died. She draw this.
I know a ship that might take
But I don't tell her. But with 3 years not talk about this dream, I think this angel come visit her again. Do you remember, Anya? Ask her. You ask her question.
Man kan ta. Han been by
Yeah, you were bullied when you were going through cancer treatment.
6 times you born.
When you did not have your hair. Kids at school bullied you, didn't they? Because you didn't have any hair and you were a girl, and that was hard to go through, wasn't it?
Anya, I want to thank you to choose me become your mom. Because of you, I become a better person. Because, and I feel myself come out softly because of you. I feel in the body, I think I'm your mom, but in the soul side, I feel sometimes like you like a mama's mom. You like a mom. You pack mommy? Are you play mommy? Flower? Baby. Kiss mommy. Thank you. You always tell mommy be positive, right? You always tell your mom be positive, mom. Don't worry. I'm okay, right? I love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you.
I'm still 16. Try to be aware of that. Yes, Emily.